welcome back to another episode of Untethered. I'm Roger, your host, and I'm here today with my co-host, Mark Edworthy, and our panelists, Roger, me, and my brother, Robert. Welcome to the show, guys. Now,
hey yo,
there we go. He's back. I was wondering if he was coming in on time or not. Welcome, V.
I heard the countdown.
There you go. So today is the internet edition for Untethered. Now, I call this, what I love to call it is the internet is a scam, but I know a lot of people have a different opinion of it. But this is the internet is a scam edition for Untethered. And I usually come up with topics that pretty much tell everybody how much of a scam the internet really is. And I think I have two good topics tonight to really come out with. One of them was introduced to me by Auto Excelsior, and I believe the other one was posted by Tanhai Tran or Mark, one of the two. But the first one that I wanted to go through was about NVIDIA. And what they had just recently admitted. They openly admitted that AI efficiency is a lie. Okay. Now, according to them, every major tech company is doing the same thing right now. They're firing humans and replacing them with AI to cut costs. 92,000 tech workers laid off in 2026 so far. So every single earnings call sounds the same. AI is driving efficiency, is what they're saying. All right. But the go ahead.
I think it was also that gave me another creator post mine and tagged me into it, which there was some commentator or journalist arguing that the expense on some of these so-called artificial intelligence frameworks are because of things like energy consumption and just sheer practicalities, normal day-to-day logistic issues. They are becoming too expensive.
Yes.
Or they are too expensive to use.
Now the
I argue against the cost efficiency argument. And I've made this argument in the past. Sure, you can have a factory where you employ, let's say, 1,000 people, and then one day fire all those people and stick machines and robotic automation or automates the thing, but you still got to have the outlay to actually put that automation into the factories.
Was you going to say something?
Something I wanted to say. Hold on. I'm not. It's not. Okay. I like to do business. I like to consider myself a bit of a businessman. I mean, I'm no Donald Trump, with the art of the deal. But when you have a company, and you're supposed to be making money, your workers are also your customers too, potentially. You're firing a bunch of people. Where is their money going to come from, and who's going to be buying your product? It doesn't seem like a good business.
How many people are and how many people are they going to tell on their way out the door?
Yeah, it depends on what the product is. If it is for
let's say AI robots making
if it's a
McDonald's hamburgers for us,
then your employees probably wouldn't be the next customer.
But if you think about the AI robots who are going to be making our hamburgers at McDonald's, well, okay, so that's pretty much everybody, right?
But again, that's not artificial intelligence, isn't it? That's just a
mechanical
automated system.
that will have AI.
You aren't going to get some mechanical system in McDonald's to actually code philosophy or I don't know, make a burger differently than what it's already been programmed to do.
No, they were talking about doing that 10 years ago when you drive through and you talk to an automated system where it asks you, what do you want? And you give them your order and you go to the window. You have to pay there at the window to the person, but you don't no longer actually talk to a real person when you give your order.
They've already tried to automate us. I hate walking into a McDonald's and having to look at these big old screens where I have to do the order myself just for it to be rung up at the cash register. Anyways.
I don't know. I've not.
What we are seeing, what some of you see and some of you speak to so graciously, is the work person is becoming obsolete. And what we are seeing is day by day, more and more jobs are being replaced and more jobs are being thought out, and functionality is given to these robots. This is only going to increase because of what it does to the people who own them. It cuts their costs. We are going to see the expansion of artificial intelligence and robotic maneuvering. We're going to see it explode. We're at the beginning of this.
And it's just creating a class system as well.
I question the definition of artificial intelligence, as I always do, especially.
I agree with you.
But you say it may cost less in long term, but
yes.
But
more in the short term.
Machines still have to be deployed. Maintained.
And taught.
Oh yeah, programmed.
Yes.
I
agree.
So there's a short-term expenditure, the increased expenditure.
Agreed.
At least.
But the long term is definitely a big step from what we're talking about now.
Yeah, but how affects the U.S. economy?
I'm going to tell you what. From what I've seen, the U.S. is usually the first country. The U.S. is usually the first country to stick its foot in the door of something new, whether it's tried or true or not. And sometimes they get their foot cut off. But do I see the USA really excelling when it comes to what we're talking about here? I see it expanding in the United States quicker than just about anywhere else. And I see there's going to be bad days and good days with this.
Yeah, expanding and excelling are two different things.
If I can. So we're going to be widening with the AI. It's going to be creating a deeper, a more expansive space between the classes, okay? If you have old money or new money, you're still going to be keeping your money, AI or not.
Yes.
And what is everybody else going to be doing? Having basic income or doing menial work?
Well, the BP of Applied Deep Learning at NVIDIA, the company that literally sells the AI infrastructure, told Axios that for his team, the cost of compute is far more expensive than the cost of employees. Now, this is the man whose entire job is making AA work, and he admitted that AA cost his company more than humans. Than the humans it's supposed to replace.
Yeah, the development, of course.
Yeah.
Instead of waiting for everybody else to get done with their development, everybody wants to compete with their own development.
It's also the maintenance.
And you got to understand, he doesn't work at some struggling startup. He's talking about one of the most valuable companies on Earth, basically. Like they make a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? So you got to take that into consideration. This is a man that's working in a very high profile job, and he's telling you right now that it costs more money to do this stuff than what it is to just keep the freaking humans that it's supposed to replace. You know. Yeah.
I suppose it also is industry dependent. Depends on what industry you're talking about.
Well, MIT came out with a freaking research analysis, I guess you call it, that backs that up too. Okay, they analyzed whether AI could actually replace human workers at a competitive cost, and found out that AI automation only makes financial sense in 23% of jobs.
Yeah, again, be careful of how you use the term artificial intelligence, because automation may not be artificial intelligence.
You can name it whatever you want. I don't play.
I mean, if a machine that
just call it whatever you want. Call it whatever you want.
Hole in the widgets every day.
Okay,
let's put it in a day. That's not artificial intelligence.
Let's put a blank spot. Let's put a blank spot right there, and you just fill it in. Let's get back to the topic that I just mentioned. Okay.
Okay.
It covers. It makes financial sense in 23% of jobs, and the other 73% of humans are still cheaper to have than what AI is. Okay, or LLMs or whatever cool, trendy name you like to call it.
I can see things like large language models being used, or these algorithmic frameworks, automated algorithmic frameworks are being used successfully in more administration-based worlds.
I can see why AI would be good for space exploration. What better way to keep maintaining satellites, communication, internet through the space, like on from Earth to Mars.
You remember the first Star Trek film?
No. They use the internet to take pictures from satellite. And
well, I mean, you know that the drone that's on Mars right now is basically running off of a sophisticated version of what we call AI or LLMs, right? I mean, it's not sitting there with a guy at freaking NASA who has got a remote control, just controlling it at all hours of the day.
No, but that's just a number of logic gates, it's not. That's just some developers saying, if you see this, do that.
No, this is
either do A, if not, do B.
You're the only person I know who is in full flight denial when it comes to freaking artificial intelligence.
Because
you are just completely.
A lot of what is being called artificial intelligence isn't artificial intelligence.
You just do not believe it. No, you do not believe it exists, dude. Just openly admit it.
I argue that it's being ill-defined.
You're like a Christian that's terrified of freaking UFOs. You know what I'm saying?
but I would tend to agree that artificial intelligence is not intelligence,
right?
And that there is a mechanism, there is a pattern by which it accomplishes what it does, and that a computer could probably do the same thing. So again. Is it artificial intelligence? I think artificial intelligence goes just a little bit too far. Is it artificial problem solving? Yes, it is. But is it artificial intelligence? I think that may be just a few steps too far.
Yeah, but you're forgetting.
Didn't we have an entire 2-3 episodes last year? Last year.
That's why I'm so amazed with you, because I figured you would have learned something.